All right, everyone. So the Bleach Thousand Year Blood War anime is here. We've got the first two episodes, and I am going to give you guys my thoughts on both of them right here in this video. And when episode 3 eventually gets released, of course, I will watch it and I will make a video giving you guys my thoughts on the episode. Did I think it was good? Did I think it was bad? And I'm going to try to do that for every episode that we get in the Bleach anime. So look forward to that. If you like hearing my thoughts and opinions on anime or anything else, you can definitely look forward to that. If you've been curious about what my opinions were going to be on the Bleach anime, if you've been following me for a while, so you can definitely look forward to that. But make sure you are subscribed and make sure you click on the bell icon to be notified when those videos do get released on my channel, because YouTube's notification system is apparently still not fixed. I don't know why they haven't fixed that yet. But just make sure to click on all notifications to have the best possible chance of being notified whenever I post a new video. So with all that stuff out of the way, let's get to the actual episodes. Episodes 1 and 2, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts here. Let's start with episode 1. Episode 1, I thought, was pretty damn good. I thought it did a really good job of adapting the beginning of the Thousand Year Blood War. There were some things that I noticed they did kind of leave out, but they weren't really necessary to the overall story, and I'm guessing they probably left it out because they wanted to make time in the episode for something else that does happen, because something happened in this episode that didn't happen in the manga, at least from what I can remember, because it's been a minute since I've read the story. The thing that I'm talking about is the fight between Ichigo and his friends against the Hollows. There were some scenes that they added there, specifically with Orihime and Chad, that weren't actually in the manga from what I remember. I think that that's something the anime did add to it. So I'm guessing they probably cut out some of the things from the beginning to make room for this, which I don't think anyone is going to have a problem with that, because this is our first look at the gang when it's been years since the anime ended. So I guess they wanted to make sure they had a good first impression, or a second first impression for this anime, technically, because we've already seen these characters before, but it's been a while since we've seen them in anime format. So I'm guessing they wanted to reintroduce them with a bang. I guess that's what I'm guessing they probably wanted to do. But hey, I mean, I liked it. It sucks that we didn't get it, because I'm always someone who wishes that everything in the original source material gets adapted into whatever format you see, whether it's animation, live action, movie, or television. I always want to see it be brought to life on screen, but I can understand when certain things get left out in order to make room for something else. I can understand that. So overall, again, episode 1 I thought was pretty damn good. I thought the voice acting was phenomenal. I don't think there was anyone who delivered their lines poorly, especially the voice actor for Yuobak. I'm sorry, I don't know their name. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments, or I can just look it up after I'm done recording this. But I thought he did a pretty good job of voicing Yuobak for what little we saw of him in this episode, and that is something that definitely needed to be nailed. They had to get that right, because he is the main villain of the series, or not the series, but the main villain of the final arc of Bleach. So they had to get this right, or at least the final arc for a time, since it's kind of hinted that maybe we're going to get a new arc. So I don't know whether that's going to happen or not. Again, we'll see. I mean, we're still kind of waiting for that, but yeah, they definitely got it right. I love the voice actor that they picked for Yuobak. He delivered his lines really, really well. So let's move on over to the next episode. Let's talk about episode 2. Episode 2, I thought, for me, was better than episode 1. And just like in the first episode, there was something that they did leave out. And specifically, it's been a while since the episode has been released, so I don't think I'm really spoiling anything here. Episode 2, they adapted the essentially the funeral for Chojuro Sasakibe, the vice captain for the first division, which is Yamamoto's division. And in the manga, there was a speech by Byakuya that told you a lot about Chojiro's history, his backstory, and how he was incredibly loyal to Yamamoto. And they essentially left that part out in exchange for this moment where it was nothing but pure silence and you saw Sasakibe bowing to Yamamoto, and you saw the camera cut to his face, and I thought that that was really, really well done. And just going to it does tell you that sometimes if you're adapting something, and you can, you know, change certain things to better suit the format that you're using to tell the story. And in this case it's animation. And I do like it whenever, you know, shows do this, whenever instead of, you know, how it was done originally, they choose to perfectly utilize the format that they're using to tell the story, like I said. And in this case they chose to cut out the speech and instead just have it be pure visuals, no audio. And I thought it was really, really well done. Even though there were some things that were in Byakuya's speech that I thought was pretty damn important for Chojiro's, you know, character, because it did kind of go into actually who he is. Because up until this point, we didn't really have a good idea as to who Sasuke actually was. We knew he was Yamamoto's vice captain, but that was pretty much it. We didn't know about his unending loyalty to Yamamoto and how he never thought about, you know, promoting himself to captain or even trying to, you know, go for being a captain. I thought that was, you know, pretty damn important to his character, but I think they kind of got the core essence of who Sasuke is just in that one moment alone, and I thought it was really, really well done. So just my quick general thoughts on that part alone. And then later on, when we get to Wakamundo, we have Ichigo, of course, running over to where, and I'm always worried whether I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but when he runs over to where Quilge is, and he faces up against him. And I did think that maybe we were going to get the start of their fight in this episode, but we didn't. It literally ends with them facing off against each other. So we're going to have to wait until episode 3 comes out in order to get the fight between them. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how they adapt that, especially Quilge's transformation later on. I forget the name of it. It's again, it's been a minute, and I've always, you know, kind of had a hard time remembering the names of all the technique for the Quincy's. I don't know why it's always a little difficult for me to remember them, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how they animate that. I'm really hoping they do a really good job of just going all out on the actual transformation of him into that final like Quincy form of them, or that they have. So really looking forward to that. But overall, I thought episode 2 was also really good. It's better than episode 1 in my opinion. And oh, sorry, I forgot to mention this, but I really like how they adapted the fight between the Tres Bestia, I think if I remember correctly, against Quilge. They did add some things there as well. They added a mini fight between Sun and him, and Quilge, that wasn't actually in the manga, and I thought that that was you know, I did like seeing that, you know, as opposed to them just standing there and just talking, because that was kind of most of the interactions between the two. So they did add a bit of a back and forth between them in the actual anime. So I did like that, and I'm really hoping we do get to see more of that in the anime moving forward. But anyway, that is just my overall thoughts on episodes 1 and 2. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. If you like what I do here, and if you really want to support my channel, please consider leaving a like, sharing this video out there, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, make sure to ring the bell for notifications if you do, and comment down below with your thoughts as always. I hope I'll see you guys next week for episode 3. Bye for now.